What is going on, everybody? I hope you're all having an awesome day, and welcome back to another Clash of Clans video. And in today's Clash of Clans video, we're actually going to be talking about something very serious. So if you guys have not heard lately, especially recently, it's come up a lot, at least in the way I play the game. The Indian government could possibly be banning all Supercell games. That includes Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, Boom Beach, and then Heyday, but you know, who really cares about Heyday? So basically, the reasoning behind this is that the Indian government believes that China is stealing data about players in their country through the game. So things such as people's location, possibly their age, and lots of other things about you. So basically, you put it into the Supercell app or any of the apps or the login or Supercell ID, like things like your email and stuff like that. It's basically up for grabs by the Chinese. So that's their thought process, at least, behind it. So Tencent Company is the big company in question here. About a year ago, Tencent actually bought a stake in Supercell. So since such a large portion of the company is essentially owned by the Chinese company Tencent Games, this is raising the question in India whether information is actually being illegally obtained by the company through the Supercell games. So at the moment, the Indian government has set up a committee to further examine the games that are owned or are partially owned by this company, Tencent Games, and a lot of other Chinese companies, and review their data practices to try and figure out, you know, if they're actually, you know, stealing data or not about the people, you know, within their country. So, do I think that this is actually the case? Personally, I do not. I am not a you know, data scientist by any means or anything like that, so I really have no idea how any of these things work. It's pretty amazing the kind of stuff that you can do in this day and age, but I personally do not think this is, you know, there's probably some truth to it, but I'm not entirely sure, you know, what exactly is. But I do think it is something to be concerned about and cautious of. So TikTok obviously is another huge thing for any of my Americans out there. You know, there's been a lot of talks that TikTok is actually going to be banned in the United States because this is an entirely Chinese-made company. So apparently TikTok has already been banned in India too. I could be wrong. You definitely want to do your own due diligence and research into basically any part of this video. I have done my research, but it is a lot really foggy, you know, in trying to obtain, you know, the most accurate information. So because so much of the world believes that China is stealing information about users for malicious reasons, or, you know, whatever the case is, I think it's a possibility. Like I said, I definitely think it's something to be aware of. You know, I don't really know what they do in China. I don't know what, you know, even if they are doing this, what their, you know, reasoning behind it is, like what they're going to do with all this information. You know, it's all up for grabs. So I think as especially the Indian government kind of unravels the situation and figures out, you know, what exactly is going on, and if this is something that we should really be concerned about, until then, I'm probably just going to sit tight and, you know, hopefully, you know, the Indian or the Clash of Clans games especially are not going to be shut down in India, because that would be a huge bummer. I know there's a huge Clash community based in India. So what will happen if Supercell games like Clash of Clans get banned in India? So now, this is all speculation. You know, there's no concrete evidence, or, you know, no one from Supercell themselves came outright and said this. This is all just me speculating. But these are just a couple of things that, you know, I've unraveled that I think will happen if Clash of Clans is banned in India. So first and foremost, there are going to be a lot of dead bases initially that are circulating through the matchmaking system. So India is the second largest country in the world, and their population as of 2018 is about 1.35 billion people, right behind China. China is the largest country in the world. So although the exact player base number of Indian players is unknown, the amount of clashers located with India, I'm sure, is, you know, just absolutely massive. You know, there's so many people in the country, and there's just a ton of people, I'm sure, that are out playing Clash of Clans. Even if it's not Clash of Clans, you know, Boom Beach is another one. Brawl Stars is really popular. And so if all at once all these people just get cut off from playing their accounts, you know, the resources will begin to load up, and their bases, you know, slowly will just kind of fill up with loot and just become inactive. And then, you know, we're going to have a lot of dead bases circulating through the matchmaking system. Now, I think eventually, you know, Supercell, I don't know exactly how they do it, you know, rotating dead bases out, but I know eventually, you know, they'll become less popular, or less common, I should say, in the matchmaking system. So I think initially, you know, following the first like month of the India ban, I think that we can expect to see a large amount of dead bases, you know, across the board in any kind of trophy range. So the second huge thing I want to cover is the audience of Clash YouTubers. Indian Clash of Clans players make up a huge part of YouTube viewership. Like I said, the player base in India is absolutely massive. In fact, if we could take a quick look at my stats right here, I'll put that up on the screen. 27.6 of all my views have come from people in India. That's over a quarter of all the views I get. And you know, I'm not a huge YouTuber. I definitely don't get, you know, millions of views like some of these other YouTubers out there. But, you know, over a quarter of my views is a huge percent. Now, I don't think, you know, overnight that this is going to just be, you know, overnight we're going to lose all of our Indian viewers. I know like a lot of people are still going to stick around the game and enjoy watching the content and stuff like that. But at least me personally, if there's something I can't play that I really enjoyed and spent a lot of time and, you know, money working on in my life, you know, not for much longer, I keep, you know, checking in on the game. You know, there's no point in watching all the updates and, you know, seeing how awesome the game's becoming when you know you can't even play it. Me personally, I'd be pretty upset. I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I think gradually over time, a lot of Clash YouTubers and other games like PUBG Mobile and things like that, I think over time we can slowly start to see a decrease in the amount of views from countries like India and other countries as well that are considering a ban on the Supercell games. Alright guys, so that is that. Basically, the main takeaway of this video is that the Indian government believes that companies, especially in regards of Supercell games and Clash of Clans, that the company Tencent Games is basically just stealing and maliciously using information obtained by their player base and their, you know, citizens of India. And basically, we really don't know what's going to happen. You know, the committee is working, as far as I know. Obviously, I don't live in India, so I don't have, you know, 100% up to date the best information, you know, straight from the source. But from my understanding, they are evaluating games like Clash of Clans and a lot of other games that are, you know, on this controversial list of potentially bannable applications in India. So I'll be sure to keep you guys in the loop as soon as I know more, because this could be a huge impact on the way that this game is played. Already it's affecting me because our leader, Raymond Plays Clash, he's from India. So, you know, if the game's just automatically, you know, deleted from India, like, he's never going to be able to play again, you know? So this is a very serious topic, guys, and I'll be sure, you know, as soon as I find out more information, I'll try to keep you guys as updated as possible, because even if you don't live in India, this is something very serious and could affect all of us. Maybe for the greater good, maybe for the worse, you know, who really knows? We're going to have to figure it out, and worst case scenario, if the game is banned, we're definitely going to have to tweak and modify the way we play the game, and Supercell, you know, sells the game to people in order to keep this game going and running and being successful. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little video, guys. I hope you found it informative. Definitely, if you enjoyed this kind of video, this was a very a lot of information, a big script, you know, that I had to work on, and I definitely wanted to try and get the most accurate information I could for you guys. So if you wouldn't mind, you know, hitting the like button, maybe giving it a little tickle, give it a hug or something, anything to make it turn blue, that will do it for me. So I really appreciate you guys and all the support you guys give me. We just passed 1,300 subscribers. That is freaking awesome, and let's keep going. Who says we have to stop at 13? Let's push for 2,000 subscribers. Maybe we can get there by the end of the year. We'll see. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. So take care, and bye for now.